Next part of the East End Small Area Plan is to reduce drugs. People who know nothing about drugs, nothing about why people sell drugs, nothing about how people sell drugs, nothing about how people use drugs. Those people are going to reduce drugs. AA is one of the most successful programs. Or Alcoholics Anonymous, the 12-step programs are very successful. Why? Because it's people with experience talking. So if you want to reduce drugs, you want to reduce crime, why would you go to the police department? They're not the ones committing the crimes. They're not the ones using or selling the drugs. Why not go to the drug dealers and say, hey, how can we get you off this corner? Why not go to the drug addicts and say, hey, what can I do to help you stop getting high? What can I do for you? How can I help you? They're not doing that. Why? Because they really don't care. If they cared, they would have already been doing it. Why does it take an East End, a small area plan to decide you want to stop crime and drugs out East End? That plan was made over 5 years ago. Why haven't y'all implemented any of that stuff now? Why is it when I go to the mayor and say, hey, mayor, the crime is going to get worse, the drugs are going to increase because people don't have jobs, and until you start giving them jobs, the crime's going to increase, and the mayor tells me, well, we don't need prevention programs, we already have one, and the prevention program they was referring to was a guy who lives in Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City, Missouri. Now, how is somebody in Kansas City, Missouri going to stop crime in East End? How you going to stop drugs out East End? People sell drugs because they feel like they have to, because that's the only way they know to make money. People use drugs because dealing with all this oppression, they feel like they don't have no choice and they need a release, and drugs is the release. Once you get hooked on the drugs, then it becomes a habit and something that is a cycle that's hard to break. If you want to stop crime, you want to stop drugs, go to the drug dealers. Go to the drug users. Go to the gangsters, the thugs, the people that y'all afraid of, the people y'all run from, the people like me. People like Tim Johnson. People like Brennan Dunn. People like Quentin Roberts, even though he don't even sell dope. Never did. Go to him and say, hey, Quentin, how did you live in a drug-infested area all your life and not get into selling drugs? Quentin Roberts, how did you do that? But y'all don't value his opinion because he don't have 3 letters behind his name. He's not an MSW or a PhD or this or that. But he got more sense than all y'all fools, and they don't even realize it. We know what's going on in the community. If you want to know what's going on in the community, talk to the community. Never once has anybody on that CDC went door to door and asked people or surveyed the people and asked what they can do. What they do is they bring their little buddies in here to these meetings, and they make plans of what they think. They speculate. Speculation don't even hold up in a court of law. Why? Because it's not always accurate. So if you want to know what's going on, you want to stop the crime, you want to stop the violence, you want to stop the drugs, holler at the people who are involved. Holler at the people who know why it's happening. Holler at the people who actually can make a difference. Otherwise, you just spinning your wheels and wasting our time. Lying to us in our face talking about how y'all going to reduce crime and all y'all going to do is increase the police. The same police that ride around in this community day in and day out and harass us. We was up here at the Cobras the other day, harass us. They ride past your house, harass us. So are those the people that's going to stop the crime? No. What you're going to end up doing is making a war. A real physical war, not just a mental war, because right now it's mental. It can get ugly. Y'all keep on harassing people. Y'all keep on screwing people over. Y'all keep on taking advantage of people. Keep on oppressing the poor, and that's exactly what's going to happen. So your crime is going to increase, not decrease, because then they're going to start coming for y'all. And I'm going to tell you what, it ain't a beautiful thing when the east side's on your ass. I'm just saying. It's just real.